When Universal gave me a bag, brother, I can honestly say I gave Wayne about 400 to 500 million dollars. Drake got about 500 million dollars, and Nicki got about 400 million dollars out my pocket. No cap. You don't believe me? Ask them.
But let me ask you.
Lil Wayne's patience has finally snapped, and the whole crowd could feel the pressure explode after Birdman went off on Turk during that wild Cash Money versus No Limit face-off. Every camera caught it, every fan replayed it, and every stare from Wayne told a story louder than any verse could ever spit. That silence wasn't random. It was years of loyalty turned into cold disappointment.
And it's important to me that I fix that.
These weren't just label mates. They were brothers who came up from the dirt together. The Hot Boys turned nothing into an empire. And for so long, Wayne protected Birdman like he owed him his life. But this time, his silence wasn't out of respect. It was ice-cold distance. People saw it right away. The shift, the chill, the love that once glued Cash Money together started to feel like a performance instead of real brotherhood. After stacking up the lawsuits, the missing checks, and all that non-stop drama, the picture's clear. Birdman didn't just mess with friendships. He cracked the whole foundation of what they built. And when it all blew up again at ComplexCon 2025, the tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Fans came expecting a Southern hip-hop celebration, a night of legends, throwback tracks, and pure nostalgia. But what they got instead was a front-row seat to a family fallout that no one could ignore. Instead of keeping it cool, Birdman snatched the mic and went off like he'd been waiting years to say it. He shouted, "Shout out to Turk, you a little beat? You ain't here. We gonna mess with you, and we wanna mess with you." The crowd froze. Nobody said a word. Nobody even blinked. Then boom, social media exploded in seconds. People flooded Turk's page, dropping old clips, wild comments, and non-stop questions like, "What happened this time?" That same night, Turk went live, calm on the surface, but you could see he was done with the drama. When he said, "Give me my percentage," the internet lit up like fireworks. That one line hit hard. It wasn't about fame or ego. It was about loyalty, respect, and money that never showed up. Fans quickly caught on that this wasn't some new beef. It was the same old cycle repeating itself. Turk still chasing his cut made people start connecting dots. Was Birdman running the same play on everyone around him? The receipts online started adding up, and while the internet argued nonstop, Wayne stayed completely silent. And somehow that silence screamed the loudest. It was heavy, personal, and painful for anyone who remembered where it all began.
Young, bro, remember, I'm telling you, I'm 20 years old.
Yeah.
So a lot of shit happened early on. I just ain't know. And I'm with these white folks, and they're not tending to the...
To really get why this moment hit so deep, you've got to rewind the story. Before Cash Money even existed, before fame or platinum plaques, there were the original Hot Boys. Born in New Orleans' Magnolia projects back in the late 80s, Sterling, Donnie, Mosquito, and Terrence Gangsta Williams, Birdman's older brother, were legends on those streets, respected and feared long before rap fame came knocking. But that story turned dark fast. One by one, the originals were either gone or locked away, until only Gangsta Williams was left to see Birdman turn that street name into a music empire. When Birdman later reused Hot Boys for his rap crew, it wasn't random, it was calculated. He took something born in pain and survival and flipped it into a brand worth. By the mid-1990s, Birdman and his brother Slim had flipped Cash Money Records from a local hustle into a full-blown empire. They needed a crew that carried that same street fire, the kind that made people stop and listen. And that's when the new Hot Boys were born. Lil Wayne, Juvenile, Turk, and BG, young, wild, and starving for success. Birdman saw gold in them from the start and went all in. He turned those kids into Southern rap icons with diamond chains, flashy cars, and loyalty that looked unbreakable. Tracks from their albums, Get It How You Live and Guerrilla Warfare, took over the South, proving Cash Money wasn't just a label, it was a movement. But while the world saw success, behind the scenes, Birdman was holding every string. Contracts, publishing, money, everything ran through him. At first, nobody questioned it. Birdman played the father figure, handing out gifts and praise, keeping the crew close while quietly controlling all the cash flow. But once the big checks started rolling in and the math didn't add up, cracks started showing in that loyalty. Juvenile was the first to call it out, saying his payments didn't match the promise. Then BG followed. straight up calling Birdman a crook. Turk ended up behind bars, trusting that his cut would be waiting when he got out. But when he came home, there was nothing. It crushed him. Meanwhile, Wayne, the youngest and most loyal, kept standing by Birdman's side, calling him Pops in interviews, defending him like family even when things stopped feeling right. But Wayne wasn't blind. He started seeing the pattern too. Birdman wasn't just writing checks, he was controlling their futures. Anyone who questioned him got iced out, careers stalled, and dreams got shelved.
How you feel when they put it out there like you just be taking from niggas though?
Say, bro, I don't get my feelings in it, but I ain't never took from them niggas. I always bless niggas.
But why niggas keep saying that shit though?
Wayne learned from what happened to the others and quietly started plotting his own escape, a move that would shake the entire hip-hop game to its core. By 2015, he was done playing loyal soldier. It was time to take his power back. Million Wayne finally snapped and took it to court. He sued Birdman and Cash Money Records for a massive $51 million. He claimed he was owed an $8 million advance and another $2 million once Thaw Carter 5 was finished. But that wasn't all. Wayne said Birdman had been holding back profits from his own Young Money label, meaning Wayne built the brand from the ground up while Birdman kept the real bag for himself. Birdman fired back, denying everything and swearing he never blocked Wayne's music. But the fact that Thaw Carter 5 sat locked away for years told a different story. Birdman kept repeating, "All them come from me," trying to remind the world he made Wayne, but fans weren't buying it. In 2018, the two supposedly reached a secret $10 million settlement, but Birdman couldn't help himself, later bragging that he'd given Wayne $400 to $500 million. Nobody believed that for a second. They hugged for cameras, acting like the beef was dead, but everyone watching could feel the fake peace through the screen. To his credit, Birdman tried defending himself in public again and again. He claimed everyone got paid, that people just didn't understand how business works. He said he gave Wayne millions through Universal's distribution, but the math never added up. The numbers stayed blurry, and the lifestyle stayed loud. Private jets, diamond watches, and luxury everything, while the same artists who built his empire were out here rebuilding their lives from scratch. That's the kind of betrayal that cuts to the bone. The man who preached family was the same one cashing out big, while everyone else waited on fairness that never came. Then in 2022, everything flipped again. Birdman's brother, Terrence Gangsta Williams.
I don't know what I'm saying. Why they keep saying that shit, bro? Like everybody, the producer, all these folks be like, man, nigga don't pay, bro.
Wait, bro. I had some incidents early on.
Yeah.
Because I was really young in this shit. I ain't know no better. But every problem I had, I cleared it up.
Oh, you saying any nigga that ever fucked like they got fucked
I
over?
cleared it up.
Yeah.
I paid any nigga that got, you heard me? Because I was...
Got out of prison after 23 years and the whole city went crazy. Nobody expected that man to walk free, not even Birdman. But when Gangsta touched down, he started speaking out fast, doing interviews and revealing the real Hot Boy story, the street roots and history that built Cash Money before the fame ever hit. When Gangsta Williams started talking, he confirmed exactly what fans had been whispering for years. Birdman built his empire off the names, stories, and struggles of the people around him without ever giving real credit. Every legend he pushed, every street tale he sold, it all came from someone else's pain and loyalty. When reporters asked Birdman how he felt about his brother's release, he stayed silent, completely cold. That silence wasn't just awkward. It was proof that in Birdman's world, loyalty only works one way. That reunion fans had been praying for, it never came. And that's when everyone finally saw it. This family might never heal. Because if Birdman could turn his back on his own brother, what chance did Wayne, Turk, or Juvenile ever really have? Almost 30 years later, the legacy of the Hot Boys is trapped in limbo. They were supposed to represent unity, the raw, unstoppable sound of New Orleans taking over the world. But now their story feels like a wound that never closed. BG is finally free again. Juvenile's still out there doing solo shows and keeping his name alive. Turk's speaking his truth every chance he gets. And Wayne, he's sitting at the top, successful but distant. Each time Birdman throws shade or Turk drops another truth bomb, Wayne stays silent. But that silence, it speaks louder than anything he could ever post. Fans can feel it. Behind the fame, behind the wins, there's still pain that money can't fix. The Hot Boys weren't just rappers. They were brothers who turned survival into music. They built something that meant loyalty, not contracts. But when the money came in, the brotherhood cracked under the weight of greed. Birdman, once praised as a genius and one of the greatest moguls the South ever produced, became the villain of his own empire. He could have gone down as a legend respected by all, but his hunger for control rewrote the ending. It's wild to think about. Without Birdman, there's no Wayne, no Drake, no Nicki. He shaped a whole generation, no question. But for all his wins, his legacy carries a shadow. The way he handled his people left a stain that no amount of flexing can hide. Every time he flashes a jet or drops another everyone got paid claim, fans remember exactly who didn't. When Gangsta Williams came home and started revealing how the Cash Money name was built off real men who lived and died for that legacy, fans felt it deep. He wasn't just speaking on the streets, he was talking about respect. His words hit like truth bombs, exposing the roots of an empire built on sacrifice. And the coldest part? Birdman didn't even acknowledge him. That silence showed the world exactly where it all went wrong. Too much pride, not enough heart. Turk's words still echo like a warning. Give me my percentage. That line sums up decades of tension, because this was never just about missing checks. It was about loyalty, credit, and promises that got broken over and over. Birdman built a billion-dollar empire, but in the process, he lost the trust that made it legendary. And the craziest part? There's still no closure. Every time it seems like the drama might fade, another interview, another clip, or another post drags everyone right back into the storm. Fans keep begging for a real reunion, dreaming of seeing the Hot Boys on one stage again. But deep down, everyone knows the wounds are way too deep. The same pride that created Cash Money is the same pride that keeps it from ever healing. Wayne might smile in pictures, but behind those smiles is the weight of calling someone Pops, who treated him more like a paycheck than a son. Birdman keeps showing the world he loves control more than peace. And that's exactly why, after all these years, his name still stays buzzing in every headline. Every time Birdman jumps online to brag, Turk fires right back with facts, attitude, and the kind of truth you can't ignore. And through it all, Wayne stays quiet, his silence hitting harder than any statement, reminding everyone that behind all the success, flashy chains, and hit records lies a family that never found peace. Maybe this was never just about unpaid money. Maybe it's about respect. The kind of respect no contract, no deal, and no paycheck can ever buy. Because when the lights fade and the fame fades with it, the truth always fights its way to the surface. This story isn't finished, not even close. Every new leak, every shocking interview, every blank stare from Wayne keeps fans guessing what really went down behind the Cash Money doors. People want justice. They want answers. Some even hope for forgiveness. But all they keep getting is more silence. And that silence is screaming louder than ever. So what do you think? Can Birdman ever fix what he broke? Or will his pride keep the Hot Boys apart forever? The legacy's still powerful, but the pain behind it is real. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and tell us what side you're on. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mick Trip, because this story's still unfolding. And trust me, when the next chapter drops, Mick Trip will be right here to break it all down. Stay tuned.